Well, hello there, friends. So today what we're going to be doing is talking about glue in a spray gun again, okay? I promise you this is a different video from what I did several months ago about using glue in a spray gun for upholstery, because I've gotten so many questions and questions and questions, and you would not believe it. You know, it's stuff that I didn't even cover in my first video because I didn't think it needed to be covered. But you know what? People have questions, right? So here we go. Shh, that's really not glue coming out. Shh, because there's no air hose hooked up, right? So the first thing that we will talk about is the glue. So, like I've always said before in a lot of my videos, and I'm sorry to bore you guys that have heard this before, but the only thing I've ever used for 45 years is this weldwood contact adhesive or other similar contact adhesive. This happens to be the one that I'm using here. But you know what? Any contact adhesive will do. And you know, this is a 5-gallon pail right here. But I'm pretty sure it's available in like gallon containers and maybe even quart containers. And I've had a lot of people ask me if the contact cement is the same thing. But you know what? I don't know that question because I've never used that. So really what I would be asking for at a big box store is ask them what the guys are using for countertops, like to glue on countertops for your kitchen countertops. So anyway, they use contact adhesive. So maybe you can ask about that and they can probably steer you in the right direction. So a lot of the other questions that I get is about spray adhesives and spray cans. Okay, and they're asking me if I've used this and if I've used that, and I always have to tell them no, I never have, because this is the only thing I've ever used. So when for 45 years, if I ran out, I just bought another one of these. Okay, so I never needed or had to try to use anything else. So I do know that the spray can adhesives have been unreliable, and I would never, ever, ever use that. And this is what I use for everything I do. Now for spray guns. Okay, so what I use for my spray gun is the cheapo Harbor Freight spray gun. At the time I bought this, I think it was $27. That was several years ago, I think, or a couple years ago. And, you know, I just use it and use it and use it. So one of the questions that I have is, can I use an HVLP gun? And I said, well, yeah, I guess you probably could. Just put the glue in there and it should spray out the same, right? But the thing about these guns is, how do you set it down on a table? Okay? You see what I'm talking about there? Now look at this. Now look at this. That's the answer. I've even gotten questions about how to put glue in the glue gun. Okay, so to do that, you just basically open your glue gun. All right, the good thing that this here needs some glue in it, that way I can show you. So really, this is another version of contact adhesive that I use right here. So it's basically the same as the other one, just in a different can. So what I do, see if I can do this, that way you can see. I just pour it into the cup. There's no thinning, there's no straining, and that's about all there is to it. It's that simple. Okay. Then you put this on like that. Twist the clamp. And then you lock it. Now you're ready to shoot glue again. So another question I get a lot is about cleanup. Okay, so usually what I use about 99.9% of the time is going to be mineral spirits. It's a can that looks just like this, but it'll say mineral spirits on here. And I just ran out. I don't have one. So anyway, the other alternatives are lacquer thinner and acetone. Okay, so the mineral spirits that would be sitting right here if it were here. Okay, what it does is when you go to clean up the glue, what it does after about 5 or 10 minutes of letting it sit on there, the glue will actually roll off into like one piece. Okay, so that's why I like the mineral spirits. Okay, lacquer thinner. Okay, you can use lacquer thinner. Okay, but what it does is it'll just thin out the glue and it'll make it smear. Okay, so that's why the mineral spirits, it comes off much cleaner. Okay, now the acetone kind of does the same thing as the lacquer thinner, but it's much more harsh. Okay, it'll definitely take off anything like paint or glue like this. Okay, so one of the other things that I get is people are warning me how dangerous it is for me to use these chemicals without gloves. Okay, so they're saying it's really, really, really dangerous. But I need to tell you, I've been doing this for 45 years. And, you know, I used to drink from a water hose too when I was a kid and, you know, pop willies on my bicycle, and I'm still here to talk about it. And just the same thing, you know, I use these chemicals. Yeah, sure. And maybe you'll call me stupid in the comments. Go ahead. Anyway, um, but you know what? Like I say, it's never ever in 45 years, probably longer than any of some of you guys have even been alive on this earth. It's never done any harm to me. I'm not suggesting that you don't wear gloves. I'm just telling you the concern, as far as I'm concerned, it's not that big of a deal. You know, the other thing we used to do before this, back in the day, we used to use leaded gasoline. You know, some of you older guys that are watching this video are probably laughing right now because you remember that. We used to use leaded gasoline, which acted like the lacquer thinner. And what it would do is it would just kind of smear the glue around, and you still have to kind of clean it up. But anyway, true, true, true. It's been a long time since I've used acetone on glue to clean it up, but you know what? For the sake of this video, I'm going to give it a try. Let's see how it works. Just clean up my tip. So anyway, the other question about my glue gun is sometimes people, they'll ask me, or they'll give me advice. They'll say, you can put a plastic bag in your cup so that way you don't have to clean your gun out as often. And I thought, okay, I can understand that if it was for paint, like say automotive paint. Okay, but you know, this is glue. And if you know anything about contact adhesive, when it touches fresh glue, it actually reactivates itself. So therefore, it never really truly gets hard. So people, they'll ask me, well, how often do you clean your gun? And I'll tell them, well, almost never. You know, especially the cup inside. I mean, you know, I got to clean the tip every once in a while, right? Just like I'm doing right now. But inside the cup, I just put the glue in and it sits in there. Okay. And I never empty it. So, I don't know, this is working pretty good, right? Look at that, the glue's coming off. So, anyway, the only time that the glue might get hard inside the cup is if it's like 110 degrees outside and you haven't used it for a couple weeks. Okay, then it's going to lose its solvents and it'll start solidifying. It'll never get to a solid state because it'll always stay soft. But the thing is, you won't be able to spray it anymore. Okay, that point, what I do is I stick my hand in there with the mineral spirits and I just slosh it around and it all releases from the inside of the walls. Just like magic. But That's very, very, very rare that I clean the inside of my cup. So you know what? Look at that. In the time that I've been talking here, I guess I got the tip cleaned off pretty good. Now I'm going to do a demonstration here. I'm going to use the box for my spray pattern. So technique number 400,822, okay, is if your glue is not spraying out very well, what I do, I don't know, let's see what happens here. Okay, so it's kind of spurting as it's coming out. Okay, so what you can do is you just take your finger, place it over the opening right here, and give it a shot of air. What that does is it pressurizes the cup. Now watch what happens. Beautiful, right? So a lot of the questions that I get about air pressure. So what air pressure should you be shooting the glue at? Okay, so I can close it up. There's no air coming out. Okay, so let's find out. Okay, so it's really coming out right there. Yeah, that's like 5 pounds of air pressure right there. Still coming out. Okay, so basically what I've told them as advice is on small projects, when you're working on a small item, I would probably go with a smaller air pressure. But if you're doing a large area, like a vinyl top or something, go ahead and crank it up to 65 pounds. And that's going to distribute the glue evenly all over everything, and it's going to work really nice. So then my answer then, I think, would probably be anywhere between, say, 20 pounds and 65 pounds of air pressure will operate this glue gun very nicely. Okay, so now another question I get is spray pattern. Okay, so you have these other knobs here on the back. One is for material and one is for air. Okay, for the suction. So anyway, for the material, or this is for the fan pattern, right? The spray pattern, and to go either narrow or wide. So this one here, the top one, is for the material coming out. Oh, I take that back. See, I never even use these things. I never touch them. So it looks like the top one is the spray pattern. So if I go to the left, a huge spray pattern. Okay, if I go to the right, the narrow spray pattern. Okay, so what I use always is the narrow spray pattern. I never do the wide. And don't ask me why, I just never do. Never have the need for it. So I just use that narrow spray pattern for everything I do. Just like that. So I guess that means that the bottom one here must be for material. Okay. I know I sound stupid right now, right? 45 years of doing this. Okay, so anyway, if I close it, not much glue coming out. But if you open it, see a lot more glue coming out. So anyway, what I do is I've always kept it like open all the way. So now with the combination of this being open all the way, and this one here basically closed all the way, that gives me the spray pattern I've always used. Okay, you see it's spurting a little bit right there. Watch what happens when I put my finger here. Just like that. Now is the perfect time to hit that like button. So like. It'll help my videos get shown to other people that might never have that opportunity. Thanks. And there's Poodles, Mr. Poodles. You gonna come and help me today, Mr. Poodles? Yeah. Now to all you manufacturers out there, When are you guys ever going to make a battery power operated glue gun or spray gun? Okay, you have the battery operated drills and saws and all that stuff, but I haven't seen one yet. Have you? So any more questions? Just put it in the comments. Oh, and one thing I almost forgot to tell you is that if you don't have a glue gun or spray gun, you can also use a paintbrush. So anyway, like I was saying,